Alright, cup of tea time. So, been busy today. I think I left you off and I had just put one of those hinges in, the hinge floating support bracket. So I just made a piece up. I'm not bothering grinding these welds down. They're on the back side. They'll actually be stronger like this, so you know, they look a little rough, but that's fine by me because they'll never be seen again, and heaven help the poor bugger that has to undo them in 50 or 100 years time. I don't envy them at all. So welded in, almost finished, a little bit more down there, but I'll worry about that when I do this bottom valance. There's a bit more going on here, just squaring up and finalising it with that skin. I don't know exactly how that fits just there, so it's pointless me making that triangulated piece because I don't know where it's going to end up. So I've left that done all the way up here. Not sure if I showed you that or not. So this side's done all the way up to basically near where that hinge bolts in, so I've left that purposely. And then if you come over here, I've done the same thing again. I spared you the heartache of listening to me talk about it, but another one of those brackets is in there. I made that piece and then this piece as well. There's not quite enough curl to this, so I'm going to have to do a bit of hammer and dolly work just around here just to match it up with this edge of the door. And I think when I curl the nose around, I'll be able to fudge that in and make it perfect. There won't be a gap anyway, so I made this part as well. And it's all painted on the inside, as you can see, so it won't rust again. This is oil-based enamel, so it won't come off. You can weld straight onto this stuff. I don't know how, but you can. I just painted it fresh. The paint was still wet, and I literally started welding over the top of it. And it just burned away, but then it just closed in back behind it. And then I just put more paint over it. So yeah, I wouldn't normally do that, but I just thought I'd give it a crack, and yeah, it seemed to work fine. I made this dash support, I suppose you would call it. It's that part up there. It's got a 85-degree bend just here. It's quite a large radius on that bend, but I didn't bother about that. I just did a direct cut, 85 degrees. This was square cut, straight on, nothing too serious. But it's very solid. If you look at that, there's not a combi in the world that would have a structure like that inside it. And then also what I'll do is I'll build a stay off to make up that extra 5 to 10 mils that is the difference in the thickness. So this one up here is slightly wider and it's got to match up to that. So I'll get to that when I get to it. I've only just clamped it in there right now. I don't know where it sits just yet, but I just had a final push this afternoon to just try and get this last little bit welded up so that I could come in tomorrow and I could see a bit of progress. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see what you've been doing, especially when you're making little fiddly things like this. You know, they take time and they take it out of you too, so, but they need to be made. So you know, I wouldn't even want to guess how much one of these would cost. But the hardware that I bought was $10, and I think I paid $5 for the whole rod, and that's going to get every hinge rebuilt in the vehicle. So all of these rusty ones I'm going to cut and add to on the inside of the hinge as well, on the door card. I've still got that much left, so I'll be able to rebuild all my door hinges. And I've got all the hardware, which cost $10, so $15 that's all the hinges in the vehicle and new bolts for the front, so not bad. And that bar cost me nothing. That's 2.5mm thick steel, Australian steel. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Yeah, so happy days. It actually looks somewhat like what you see on the net. So anyway, make sure you leave a comment and tell someone else. See you next time.